pressure looks good. Doubling up. Roger, roll, Atlantic.
Water towers can fly! Yes!
Tango Delta nominal.
Flight downside, SCE off. Bring in, SCE off.
Yikes. You bet. Concur. We don't need any more of these.
Yikes, you bet, concur. Welcome to another NASA spaceflight live stream. And you are looking at the Kennedy Space Center. And that is because the fifth Starship Tower section for the Kennedy Space Center Starship Tower at Pad 39A is rolling out to Pad 39A. So we are live. We're hanging out with you. I'm Jack Beyer, content manager for NASA Spaceflight, bacon lover, all the things. And yeah, this is what we're looking at today. Again, we're at Kennedy Space Center. We're looking at the fifth tower section, rolling out to Pad 39A. But thankfully, you don't have to just listen to me. You can also listen to my friends who are joining me on today's stream. First up, we have Alejandro. Alex, what's up?
Well, just came off from a Raptor side chat we had on SBL, and I'm really excited for this rollout. We'll see later why.
Indeed. Well, we will see why. Next up, Ian.
Hello. I was also on. Well, all three of us actually were on the Raptor side, so hopefully we're familiar voices to all of you. Jack chimed in a little bit with a little message for Chris B about how shuttle's always better. So yeah, that was fun. We hope they all tuned in to the Raptor side chat and enjoyed it this afternoon. It was a lot of fun, and the recording's available for our members.
Yeah, it's good to note that if you missed the Raptor side chat and you want to go back and watch it, I mean, you can watch it right now on Starbase Live, but that'll go away after 24 hours. So that is a good way to watch it after that 24 hours. If you don't have time the next day, go check out the membership program. I think that's a cool perk because the Raptor side chats are fun, especially if you're a fan of bacon and not a fan of Baran. Also joining us on the stream today, Julia. Are you on comms or not?
Hi, Jack. I'm on comms.
Don't say that on an airplane.
I am here at Cape Side with Steven, who is operating the camera today. He will not be on comms. I would be an eye in the sky, foot on the ground in Cape, and sometimes on water as well. So, yeah. I'm wherever I'm needed.
Yeah, wherever we need eyes, we can count on you to be there. That's awesome. Thank you, Julia. So
happy to be here.
That is the cast of friends that we have today. I say friends, but really, I mean, we're news people, right? I can be serious. Let's be serious. We're all excited about the Starship program, and we all try to provide you all with the best information that we can. And so we're live streaming. And if you have any questions, speaking of information, feel free to ask us in the chat. Just type at NASA Spaceflight, and you will see, you'll see it pop up in chat. We will see the question pop up in some software that Michael wrote, and that will enable us to answer your questions. So we do a little bit of an interactive thing here today. Let's see. Speaking of that, I'm going to bring up the panel so I can see y'all's questions coming in. But yeah, Julia, what's the situation on the ground out there at Kennedy Space Center?
Well, the situation on the ground is much improved since the last 2 days. There are no rain clouds in the sky, and you don't know how happy I am about that.
Yay.
We're currently looking at the sun setting, and a tower, as we've been told by a little birdie in the sky, a tower is moving its way toward us. So we're kind of excited and waiting for it to turn that corner. So we'll just try and be amusing until it happens. How about that? Or answer questions, because I love questions.
The keyword there is try to be amusing, because I make no false misrepresentations about how amusing I may or may not be.
You're great, Jack.
Don't lie. Don't lie to the viewers, Ian.
I would never.
Let's see. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. Sorry, a little bit of a mic dance here from me. Hopefully that sounds better. Trying to bring up the panel. Now I'm too loud. Okay, wait. Right there. How about this? Live? We're doing it live. Just like Bill O'Reilly.
You sound great to me, Jack.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. Don't you love a giant knob on a microphone for gain, but like the only actual acceptable area of the knob is like of half of a centimeter somewhere in the middle of the rotation? It's like, what is the point? Anyways. All right, bringing up the panel. And and we've got Patrick in the background today directing the live stream. So thank you, Patrick, for pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, and running in the giant hamster wheel to keep things powered and running.
They're basically the single thread holding this live stream together.
I mean, if it's even together, that's debatable. Okay, let's see. Robbie Bradley says, "Did I beat Musical Wolves to a super chat? Just dropping by to say hey and send y'all some support." Thank you, Robbie. Hurricane just became a Pad Rat member. Enjoy the perks you get with the Pad Rat membership. Again, we put up the Raptor Side chats and a bunch of other members only stuff on the YouTube channel, so enjoy. Mark, what's up, Mark? Giving the Florida team some love. Thank you for all you do, Mark. And of course, Musical Wolves. Does the tower need blinking lights? Does the tower need blinking? I assume it does, because like any structure over a certain height needs to have a blinky light on top for aviation purposes. Do we know anything further about that? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody?
I don't. Oh, I can't say I've seen a blinking light out there yet, but now that I think about it, I haven't paid enough attention to know if I've ever even seen a blinking light on 39A. So, when it gets dark, I will see if I can get you the answer to that question.
Yeah, well, actually, this question did come up, I think, on one of the previous tower rollout streams. 39A, the fixed service structure, does have blinky lights, as does the SLS mobile launcher and the Lightning towers at Pad 39B. Now, I think the rule for that, I could be wrong, but I think the rule is you need to have lights on every level that's an interval of 50 feet. So basically, 50 feet up, you need blinky lights. Another 50 feet above that, you need another set, another 50 feet, and so on. I think 39A has 2 sets. I know the SLS mobile launcher has like at least like 2 or 3 sets of blinking lights on it. So I think this tower will need to have probably minimum 3 sets of blinking lights in order to comply with FAA regulations, I believe.
I love that you
Okay.
you go with the technical blinky lights as a technical terminology. It's very
I'm going to school to be
Okay.
an engineer. I need to use the proper language.
yeah, perfect.
So to further answer that question, I'm looking at 39B right now, and indeed, I see a blinky light at the top of the tower and about the middle of the tower, for sure. I still don't see them at 39A, but my recollection is the top level, for sure, I've seen blinking lights. As far as the new tower being built, I don't think I've seen them on there yet. But I bet the crane, which sits taller than it, does have blinky lights.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't have it right now. Probably they have like a bit of a leeway because it's under construction right now. There's probably very minimal electrical going to it right now.
And I'm thinking the tallest structure next to it, very next to it, is that crane. So that would serve probably as its surrogate lights.
So what are we expecting to see here? I know at the start of the stream I said, and the ticker right there also says the 5th Starship tower is rolling, but like where on screen in this view is it going to come from the left? Is it going to come from the right? Is it going to be like airlifted in with a series of large helicopters?
Oh boy.
Or two unflighted or 2 sparrows held together with a piece of creeper.
Yeah. It's gonna come from that side. It's gonna
All
come
right,
from the left here all the way to the right, and then in that intersection to the right, you see it's gonna come all the way to the right and then pass in front of the VAB, which I guess it is to the right of this view. Did I get that right, Julia? Since you're the one right there. There you go. That's the VAB.
Oh, they got a lot of doors open
Oh,
then. High
yeah.
Bay 1.
Oh, one of the tanks.
Yeah, what's that tank, Alex?
Well, those tanks we actually saw them arriving the other day. We spotted them on the flyover thanks to Julia and Stephen, which are here with us. And they actually caught these coming in by a barge, and then I think it was yesterday, Julia. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were unloaded yesterday, right? And they've been waiting there for a bit. I
They've
think
been waiting here since Monday.
okay. So yeah,
This
yeah,
is my third trip out here to see this tower.
Oh.
yeah. We've been scrubbing a little bit these streams for a while because of that. But yeah, we're always being ready for any sort of potential tower roll, even.
Well, it's okay. I mean, a little bit of scrubbing on the stream is no big deal. Then we have a nice,
Yeah.
squeaky clean stream for everybody. It's like the
Speaking
cleanest
of
stream
scrubbing,
possible.
Speaking of scrubbing, those tanks need some scrubbing. Look at that. Look at all that dirt.
Give them a good
That's
Florida hurricane and they'll be spotless.
That's load bearing
yeah.
dirt. We can't remove that. It's load bearing.
Oh, enhance. There you go.
Is that dirt or is it just paint that's been like partially stripped off and they're gonna repaint them?
You know what? Now I don't know.
Looks like grime or moss from like sitting in a field for years or something.
I don't think
Yeah,
Grimes is at Kennedy
so-
Space Center.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, come on, Jack.
To tell you the truth, it looks a lot like Air Liquide's tower does at their production site. It's just something that seems to happen around here. It's not a form of corrosion, it's more a form of like moss. And even Air Liquide's tanks are a little bit more white toward the top and grimy toward the bottom. And I wonder if that has something to do with the temperature of the fuel that had been in there at one point, and it's just how things settle. I don't know, but it's got a very similar pattern to how the tanks age at Air Liquide. So I think
Air
I'm
if
reading-
Liquide.
Air Liquide, if you get a pressure washer, I
Air
bet you
Liquide.
those would be just fine.
That'd be,
I would
some.
pay to pressure wash those tanks.
Yeah, I was gonna
love
say that'd be
pressure washing.
some extremely satisfying pressure washing video. So I guess for tanks of this nature, at least in Florida, we got whitey side up and grimy side down, sort of like how with rockets you have the pointy side up and the flamey side down.
Yeah. See, I'm reading the chat and I'm smiling because people are like, yeah, the flyover video was cool. And, you know, we have Jack here, which did the voiceover. Julia and Stephen went out there and took the pictures and videos and everything. And well, I did some part of the script, so I'm also glad you liked it. So yeah, we have, I think, almost everyone. There's Justin too did some of the work too on that script. So yeah, I'm really proud that you guys like it, and more coming.
Yeah, you
As
guys
always.
keep watching the flyovers. We'll keep doing them, and we appreciate
yeah.
everybody that appreciates the. There was one guy. All right, there was one person in the comments because I look at the comments sometimes because I hate myself.
One guy.
And then they were like, I really like the information, but Jack's jokes are awful or something like that. And I'm just like, oh, buddy, I'm sorry. I am awful. You're right. But at the same time, back when we started doing these narrated videos and I just kind of monotone ran through the script and with no personality, everyone in the comments was like, this sounds like a robot. Can we, have you need to talk with some emotion? So,
Hey,
you can't win.
My
What's
turn.
up, Julia? Go for it.
Okay, go.
I just saw our first flashy light police car, so things are getting a
Ooh.
little bit closer that the lead of the escort has approached the farther end of the intersection. Just letting you know, but we can still keep talking.
Did they blast their siren? Because then that means it's 10 minutes until potential static fire.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
They got a little
No.
wee woo.
Oh, there you go. The
We like
flashlight.
our peace. We like our vibe over here right now. You guys are going to get hopefully a sunset view of this tower. We're just chilling here. There are no
Excellent.
sirens. No sirens.
We don't need sirens where we're going. Or where we are, I guess. What is that? Really quick. Ian, I'm so sorry, buddy. No, I'm not. What is that hexagon on the right of the screen? Is that something cool? I just have to ask.
I actually know that. So you're looking on the far right of the screen, just underneath that stop sign. There's like a slightly off-center hexagon. There it is. That is either a mock-up or a test article of the Orion launch escape system, or launch abort system. And I think, judging by the design of it, I've actually seen that in person. I think that's from the Constellation program. So that's pretty old. But also, if you look to the absolute left of that, you'll see a white box. Kind of looks like I don't know, like a little bus stop structure.
Oh, I know that. This is the Starlink Loader, right?
Absolutely not. That is the orbiter access arm from Pad 39A. So I think, 39A, because 39B is in Texas. 39A's orbiter access arm. That was basically the crew access arm to get into the space shuttle. That's on display now at Kennedy Space Center, and the bus tours actually drive right by that on the road you can see just to the left. The bus tours drive right by that. So yeah, neat little display there of some space history.
Super cool. I knew somebody here would know. I'm glad you did. Also, there's a tank with the number 1 on the right. So that's like a tracked vehicle that they would use to emergency egress from a pad if things went kaboom boom, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Very cool.
Cool.
You can see the cop car there too, showing the highways closed off.
Yep, the police car being an absolute alpha and not letting anybody pass when they shouldn't be, because guess what? There's a tower section heading to Kennedy Space Center, which we should see pretty soon here, I am told. Okay, let's do some questiones. How about? That's a word, right?
I'm not even commenting about that.
No, it's yeah, no, I'm fluent in Spanish, so questiones is it's a real word. I know it.
Preguntas. Let's go.
Alex has no patience. Okay, so Toilet Duck, interesting name, is asking how many sections for the toilet ducks. Okay, wait. Toilet duck sounds like a product you get when your toilet is clogged. Like you have a bad clog, you need toilet. All right, I'm sorry. Thanks, Toilet Duck.
Oh my God.
How many sections for the tower total? Toilet Duck is asking.
9 sections, I believe, and we are currently up to 8 being worked on right now.
9 sections.
9 sections.
Are all of the sections the same size? I'll just give the follow-up question now.
Good one there, Julia. Actually, not. Only the first 7 are the same size, so to speak. But then the top 2 are like half size, half level. And that is to accommodate for like the shape of the roof. It's a little bit weird in shape. So they do it that way. So they are able then to put all the small little details that entails that shape of the roof. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, it's a way to put a tower there. Others take a long time to make towers out there at the KC.
Are they going faster or slower than they did in Starbase? Because I feel like they're going faster, but maybe that's just because we've already seen the whole process one time through.
I feel like it's a little faster.
Yeah, I feel at least by month, I think, because I remember when they built the one at a Starbase, they actually began with the first one. They actually put it right in the concrete base. So instead of building it outside and elsewhere, they just build it right there in like the concrete base. But then a month later, because they launched SN15, and then a month later they did all of these rearrangement and they did all of these tower levels outside, but they were only doing 2 at a time. So I don't remember right now when they actually finished, but I think it was in July, and they first started around April, so 3 months. And I think they're going for about 1 month or so since they put the first level, perhaps a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like they're going at least a little bit faster, perhaps by a month. I'd say, yeah.
And buy that for $1. Let's see. Outdoors Man Show is asking, is this the tower level where the QD arm will sit? Gosh, that's a QD arm.
Alex, do you know that?
It is, but I was hoping someone would chime in and sound smart.
Yes, this is
Wow.
so we're expecting this one to be the tower level with where the QD arm will eventually be installed. Were you
So
gonna
this is a
say anything, Julia?
this is a cutie level. Go for it, Julia, if you had something.
No. No, no, no.
Oh.
No. We're good. I was gonna say somebody was gonna try and sound smart, and then I was thinking, no, I'm the mom trying to keep the train on the tracks here. So yeah.
There are no tracks. The train has sailed.
No.
It's in the water. It is sailing. There's no more tracks. We're just completely. It makes no sense.
No.
Let's see. Carson Reed is asking, did they put the QD arm on? I don't think so. I think this is just rolling as a tower segment or module or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah, just the tower alone, without the arm. That will roll out at some point in the future, though. So we'll see. Might be
Yeah, I mean that's going to
around
be
for
an
that one.
interesting role because it's going to have to make the same journey that we're seeing these tower segments make, and that'll be interesting to see. We'll be here for it if we can be. Let's see. HGS Guitars is asking, I'm not so caught up on the 39A Starship launch site. Is there anything different here than Boca Chica? I mean, there's pretty significant differences. One being that there's a Falcon 9 launch site right next to it for some reason, and another being the use of sort of some of the pre-existing tank farm that was there, like the hydrogen sphere, which is going to be converted into a methane sphere, and things like that. I mean, is there any other kind of differences we want to call out, or are there differences with the tower? I know the chopsticks are shorter, for example.
One difference that I'd like is that there's a Falcon 9 launch pad next to it. So yeah. Also, now that I think about it, it's quite a pity that Adrian is not here because this is the 5th tower segment. So this is the 5th element of the tower, right? Okay. I'll leave it there.
That's pretty good. I'll give you 92% out of 100. Good job. Let's see here. Again, if you guys have any questions, tag at NASA Spaceflight in chat, and your question will pop up in some software that we have, so we can see it and potentially answer your super good questions. Just don't ask about the 4 towers.
Also, might be neat to point out that the door on High Bay 1 there is closing. I don't know why they had it open. That's probably a good Chris B or Chris G question. Maybe just like ventilation or something. But
Oh, the why they had that open is because it's seriously hot in Florida right now, much like Texas, and that building actually can make its own weather system due to
Thank
its
you.
height.
I was
So
just about
you're
to ask. I
welcome.
was just about to ask. Hey, I remember hearing this thing about how the VAB can have a weather system. Did I make that up or hallucinate it, or is it true? So it's true, right?
It is true. You can kind of form rain clouds at the top of the inside of the VAB. So it's not uncommon because can you guys imagine the bill for trying to air condition that building entirely, right?
I thought the
So,
VAB did have air. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, it does to a degree. I had a friend who used to work in there, and when I say there's air conditioning, we're talking about closed-in office spaces.
Oh, okay.
So there's
That makes
AC
sense.
in there, but not the rocket doesn't exactly care because the rocket can live at the pad. So, I mean, if you think of it that way, anywhere that you're doing the more sensitive work, like on Orion, where you're doing like those internal things where you really have a more controlled environment, those are in these smaller buildings that are behind the VAB, which were support buildings for shuttle. Those would be more climate controlled.
Okay, yeah, because I remember seeing like on aerial pictures, there's the giant HVAC system, just pretty much like to the left and behind the VAB from where we're looking here. And yeah, I guess that's just for the whole complex then, right?
I believe so. I think that also works for those support buildings behind. Yeah.
I was
Okay,
thinking
cool.
about the bills to be able to cool down the building. I mean, no wonder why it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Check Ride Air is asking, will this tower have a crew access arm like the one at the Falcon Pad on 39A? I think that's maybe not immediately, but eventually. I think is a safe bet. What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, I mean, at some point in the future, they're going to be launching people on Starship. When, we have no idea. But at some point, they're going to need crew access arm capabilities, be it in Boca Chica or Florida. I would hedge a bet that Florida is probably most likely because they already have the crew services there, and everything's already set up to have crew launches at 39A. So eventually, they're probably going to need to put one in. But as of right now, it doesn't seem like there's any current setup to have that installed. Also, they really don't need it now. They haven't had a Starship go higher than 15 kilometers. They're not going to put people on this thing for minimum like 2 years, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I feel like for a lot of the initial Starship flights, the ones that involve crew, they'll fly a Dragon, they'll dock with Starship, and then they'll land on Dragon until Starship is like super locked down and there's no questions as to its capacity, survivability, whatever you want to call it. But good question, Check Ride. Keep the good questions coming, y'all. We really appreciate when you guys give us interesting things to talk about, and I do not have to talk about bacon. But speaking of bacon, Chris Watt is asking, smoked bacon or unsmoked? I'm going to say smoked. Just no maple bacon.
More bacon.
Always bacon.
Jack, I had something that was almost better than bacon today.
What was that?
Oh boy.
It was a crispy skin of a pork shoulder, and it was made with some serious care. Because I'm going to tell you.
I'm so incredibly jealous.
Yeah, I could have eaten a whole bowl of just crispy skin. So yeah, that's my jam today is crispy skin.
Do you ever think about how sometimes humans come off as like full-on monsters? You just said you could eat a whole bowl of crispy skin. That's like straight up horror movie stuff.
I did grow up in Wisconsin, Milwaukee to be specific, so put a few things together and that might make sense.
All right, well, let's keep your questions coming, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, the 5th tower section for the launch tower at 39A for Starship is rolling out. We expect to see it any second now, or any minute now, but eventually we'll see it. Really quickly, I'll run through some super chats because we can't do what we do without y'all watching, without y'all support. So thank you, Senpai, for the support. Let's see. Rough Rider Show, thank you for the support as always. Every stream coming out supporting what we do. And looking at moving to Titusville by the end of the year. Any recommendations to see 39A and B launches? Good evening, all. Like recommendations in terms of places to move. Also, holy cow! Wow, that's a big move. Congratulations if you're going to end up doing that. Yeah. I don't know.
So do you want me to take that as a Titusville resident?
I was going to say, I think, Julia, this is a question best answered by you. I'm going to strongly advise against moving to Florida, but that is me, and I have a known bias against Florida. So.
Oh, well, it's going to take you a hot minute to get used to the summer here, so stay hydrated. Have sunscreen and bug spray on you at all times. You never know when you're going to need them until the bugs start learning to leave you alone. On that note, if you're moving to Titusville, honestly, you can walk out your door and look up and you will pretty much always see a launch unless there are clouds, and you will always hear it unless the wind is going the wrong way. But the best places to view are anywhere along Highway US 1. There's plenty of parks and plenty of grassy areas to pull over. If Playa Linda Beach is open, that is a spectacular place to watch a launch from 39A. 39B, that's not going to be an option, just so you know. That's a little too close. But yeah, we've got the Max Brewer Bridge. Basically what I'm trying to say is anywhere in Titusville is pretty much a good place as long as you're along the water. Don't feel the need to have to buy a ticket to KSC to get the absolute closest view because I guarantee you'll love what you see.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, even back when I lived in Tampa, you could just walk outside and see a launch, especially when the shuttle was launching because the plumes off those SRBs was absolutely mad. But yeah, Hopefully that helps you out, Rough Riders. And you're in the Discord. You know you can ask all the questions there and get the answers there. But thank you for the support on the stream today. Doc Watson, thank you for the support. They say, Adrian, if the tower is made of 9 elements, which goes on top of the 4th, Adrian's not on the stream, but we will all yell at him to watch the 5th element. But of course he won't. Not yet, anyways. Wahaha. I'll have to like strap him down in Clockwork Orange style and get him to do it. Narfer, thank you for the support. They say, thanks for all the hard work bringing us these awesome streams. But if I'm being honest, Jack's bad jokes bring it up to an 11. Is that good or bad? But
good.
thank you. Musical Wolves again says tower in sunset synchronous rollout at 8:03 p.m. That's pretty great. It's an SSR. And Musical Wolves again, will a fully assembled tower be on crawler tracks while the Falcon 9 flies? What? I'm lost.
I think that's a joke.
What?
But no.
Yeah, I assume that's a joke.
If the tower's moving, we have some serious issues.
Does Florida get earthquakes? I know
I
Florida
don't think
has.
they know what an earthquake is.
I think Florida has. I know they have sinkholes, but I don't know about earthquakes. Let's see. Before I manifest something horrible, let's move on. Hal Snyder, thanks for becoming a Red Team member. Again, thank you to everybody for the support on the stream, all the super chats, all the members. We can't do what we do without the members and like that regularly recurring revenue. And we hope all y'all members really enjoy the perks that we do. We're trying to do more and just new and interesting stuff. So I put up a time lapse of my drive back from the Artemis 1 booster test in Utah. It's like an unbroken time lapse from Utah to LA as I was driving. We put up the uncut. The lights on the VAB just turned on. We put up the uncut flyover footage for members. We do the Raptor side chats for members. We do all kinds of stuff for members. There's like the preview videos and photos from Mary and Nick out in Starbase Boca Chica.
Behind the scenes.
And all kinds of fun stuff. So really hope the members, we hope you guys enjoy the stuff that we do for you because we love you and we couldn't do what we do without you. But really, you don't have to support us monetarily to make us happy. Just keep watching, tell your friends about us, hit the like button, do all the things that you know you're supposed to do on YouTube to tell the algorithm that us good, because we try to be good. Let's see.
Hey, Jack.
What's up?
Did you know? Here's another VAB fact for you. Did you know that the lights that just came on are basically set for this time of year specifically because it is turtle season, right? So the VAB from the coast of Titusville isn't as apparent at night as it is in the winter. And that's to encourage our turtles that are hatching to make it to the ocean a little bit safer. We don't want any distracting light. So we won't see too much light on the VAB tonight, thanks to the turtles.
Well, thanks, turtles. Hashtag thanks, turtles. Sedated Wee is asking, will this segment be the one to pass the height of the current Falcon 9 tower?
I think so. I mean, with segment 4 that just rolled out, we thought it might get taller, but it didn't. It seems to be just a little bit shorter than the fixed service structure, but I think with this one, it will surpass.
Well, it is not taller because the fixed service structure is cheating. It is on top of the ramp at 39A, so it's cheating. But yeah, the 5th one might actually be already high enough to be above the top being above of the top of the fixed service structure, not counting the lightning thing rod, whatever. It's not technically a lightning rod, so I cannot call it that. But lightning tower antenna, whatever.
Let's see, what else do we have here?
No, Ryan, it's not a lightning rod. I'm seeing your comment on chat.
It's like a big fiberglass thing that holds the lightning wires, right? The catenary wires or something like same as the 4 towers at 41 and 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd assume the Starship tower would have its own too. They'll probably have to design a whole system of wires and everything for it.
A system of systems.
Yep. It's not our lightning rod. It's not meant to attract the lightning. That's
It's a
the whole
giant.
deal.
It's a giant cigarette.
Yep.
That gets lit.
There
That
you go.
gets lit by. That gets lit by Falcon 9. Let's see. Boca Chica Crane is asking, here's a thinker question. What is everyone's prediction as to when the first Starship prototype will roll out to 39A? Month and year. Wow, they're like putting us on the spot here. Well, I think first we need to figure out if they mean the first Starship prototype to be built in Florida or the first Starship prototype period, because I won't be shocked if they ended up sending prototypes to Florida from Boca Chica somehow before they end up having a factory that is up and running and building starships in Florida. I mean, they're trying to move fast here, right? So I think if we just simplify the question and say any Starship prototype rolling to 39A, month and year, I'm going to guess, June 2023. What do y'all think?
Oh,
April
that's very
2023.
specific.
March 2023. That's my birthday.
Nice.
Well,
March gang.
I cannot
No.
say December 2022 because I don't think it's gonna be December 2022, which is my birthday. And December 2023 is probably too far away. I think they'll probably push it. I'll say summer of 2023. I'm not gonna be doing a month. I'm gonna be doing
The question
season.
specifies that they're asking for a month. You can't. We always weasel out of these predictions, Alex. You can't. I refuse to let you weasel. We're not going to move on until you provide a month.
Okay. July. Let's say July.
All right.
12 months
Thank
from
you.
now.
Thank
There
you
you
for
go.
honoring the question. Julia, what do you think?
Always the pessimist. I'm going to go for October 2023.
All right. Well, maybe they'll like dress it up with some Halloween decorations. Spooky ship. Let's see. Good question though from Boca Chica Crane. Even has a nice ring to the name, Boca Chica Crane. D-Pod Dolphin Productions is asking, when Falcon is no longer needed for crew flights, do you think the Falcon mount will become a second Starship mount at 39A, with the fixed service structure getting an extension on top? That's a pretty interesting question. I had not even considered anything like that. I mean, to me, Falcon is not the future, but I don't see it as going anywhere anytime soon. Like in 5 years, I expect Falcon 9 to still be flying. Would you all agree with that statement just right off the bat? 5 years, Falcon 9 still flying?
Yeah, definitely.
And
Definitely with crew.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say as well as the heavy, because that's the only pad right now where heavy can fly from.
right? So yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to wrap your head around. I mean, what do you think? Do you think at some point, on an infinite timescale, they would put a second Starship mount at 39A, or do you think they would just sort of go with the one they're building now? I mean, I guess they could put two right next to each other like that. I mean, that's kind of what they were going to do at Boca, right? So I don't know. What
Don't they
discuss
do that in the
amongst yourselves.
movies? Jack, they do that in the movies.
I mean, yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
thinking of Armageddon, of course. I'm just right off the bat.
Yeah.
A movie which I bet Adrian has not seen.
Oh, no.
Poor Adrian. Well, I've never seen it.
We're
I mean, to be
piling
fair-
up on him, and he's not even here.
To be fair,
whoa.
it's an awful movie, but it looks like we might be
Hold on.
getting a view of the tower segment here.
I'm
Is it
gonna
there?
say right now that is the official assignment. Y'all go watch Armageddon. My goodness.
I mean, and watch it knowing that it's terrible, but it's like one of those things where it's going to be bad. It's like watching I don't know, The Room or Troll 2 or Manos Hands of Fate, or Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's so bad it's good. But yeah, you can see the law enforcement with their blinky lights, and we got our eyes peeled. We're looking for that tower segment to come out. So it's going to come out from behind that building, right? Is that what we're thinking?
That building being OSB2, I'm thinking is what you're looking at. Yeah, it would come out from behind OSB2 into our view.
What is OSB2, Julia?
Oh,
Look at that.
Hey.
Operations support building. Yeah.
There you go.
Got it. And what do they do there?
things that support the program SLS and Orion. I know one of the things they do there is computer programming.
Neat. How many people can that building hold? I'm trying to get more and more specific with my questions until you have to say I don't know, because you know so much.
I know that that building with the glass facade is OSB2, and the building in your view to the right of it is OSB1. So OSB2 would be newer as far as the occupancy of either. I have no idea. But you
What
can see the
is-
balcony on OSB2, and that is a popular VIP spot for launches.
Oh, that would be a really cool spot. What is the most popular chip in
Oh,
all the
that's
vending
why.
machines in? Oh, okay, I'll stop.
Come on, Jack. Yeah, they send yeah, it's just bacon for you.
That's not a chip. Although, no, we're not going to have that debate here. We'll have to have that debate later in our Discord voice chat. Let's see. Here's a quick one for Julia while we wait to get eyes on the tower again. When will B1062 return to port? Do we have any idea on that? Oh, and sorry, I accidentally killed the question, so it's not going to show on screen, but we're still asking it.
Oops.
Well, let me track
Hold
it
on.
for you.
What did it
Oh,
say? Because now I
real-time
don't
track.
remember what you said.
When is 1062 going to come into port?
Oh, 1062. I believe it is tomorrow. Hold on, because Gav, there we go. Tomorrow, anytime ranging from early hours to 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Wow,
So,
way to
yeah,
steal Julia's thunder, Alex.
That's from Gavin. He tweeted. No, but I did remember his tweet, so it was like, hi, I know that one.
Thunder stolen.
You are dead to me, Alex.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Wow. The disdain. I could hear it in your voice.
Join us for
That
emotional
was-
abuse on the NSF webcast.
That was official. Oh, man. So, yeah.
Love you.
I left the tweet by Gav on the chat, by the way, for those that I'm gonna put it again. There you go. Bingo.
Oh, hey, announcer man Jack, my phone's starting to die. I'm not feeling the love anymore.
No. No. Stay. Charge your phone somehow. Get one of those dongles so you can charge it and have your phone plugged into the headset at the same time.
I have the dongle on there. The funny thing about the dongle is it takes me off headset. I don't know why. It's a weird dongle, but we'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, I sit in my car with the AC on and I'm just not on my headset. It works.
Fair enough. Well, we hope we don't lose you, but if we do, we know you'll at least be comfortable in your car. Oh, look, and there's the tower. Hooray!
Hooray!
And there was much
Finally.
rejoicing.
Yay.
Thank you, Ian.
One of my top 3 favorite movies.
Check Ride Air is saying trucking a Starship from Boca Chica to Kennedy Space Center isn't likely since Starship can only be transported vertically. That was the common wisdom for a long period of time.
Whoa.
I have said that many times.
There's
but
red blinky lights up on top of the tower.
There are blinky lights. Look at that.
That is new, I think.
Also, it's cooking. It's hauling the mail.
I wonder if those are temporary lights because this will make it taller than the fixed service structure, which has permanent lighting.
Yeah, I think that tracks, Ian. That makes perfect sense.
That actually makes perfect sense because I can't recall seeing them ever before.
Yeah, those have to be battery powered or solar powered because how would they get power right now? Why would they be on right now?
That's why they've been delayed so much. They had to install the blinking lights.
The batteries died.
I'm not even joking. That's probably what they were doing with the cherry pickers yesterday.
Oh.
Because they were fussing around the platform.
Kennedy Space Center is a little bit more serious than Starbase Boca Chica, where it's sort of like anything goes, right? I mean, you're gonna adhere to the rules and regulations and OSHA, etc., at Kennedy Space Center.
It's like a monster coming down the road. That's kind of cool. I'm just saying.
No,
but in all seriousness,
it's got.
They were up on cherry pickers when I drove past to the press site yesterday, and they were right at that level where the platforms are. So I'm thinking that really is what was going on.
Hang on, I'm in a fight with Michael in the back channel. Okay. Yeah, it's coming. It's gonna come around the corner here and start heading towards the camera, which is excellent.
Look at all the stuff that it has. Like compared to the other ones, it's just like the other ones were empty. This one has even equipment already installed.
Yeah.
We're,
and
we're
as it
gonna see
says-
him. We're gonna obviously see it closer. And this side is actually the one that's gonna have the cutie arm. The one to the left of this side now it's facing like the corner is facing the camera, but the left side here is actually the one that is gonna have the cutie arm on it. So it's interesting to see that.
Yeah, we'll be able to see like the whole attachment point, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you can see the stairs. You can see like some kind of vertical tank thingies. I think those are hydraulic accumulators of sorts. We've seen those at a Starbase too, at that tower. And yeah. Oh, there we go. More hands.
Ooh.
You can see also some tiny pipes going on the side, which I guess they are sort of pressure lines of sorts. Are usually the tiny ones are usually those the pressure ones. See some
This
red
is-
boxes there.
It's like a reverse high-speed chase, except that the tower section is chasing the police, and it's also low speed.
Yeah.
I think we should answer the inevitable question here before it flies by. Alex, what is different between this and the segments of Boca Chica when they rolled out?
Oh well, one difference that is very noticeable here is that they're more complete and they actually have stuff already installed in them. Like right here, you have handrails and they actually have floors now. The tower levels at the Starbase they were rolled out just the bare bones structure, the columns, and the cross beams, but that was it. This one actually has actual floors in it, and like something where people can basically stand and work, which is very important because now you don't have to install that when this thing is like I don't know 300 feet in the air. I don't know what's the height of this of this level, but I think in meters like 100 meters up in the air. So yeah, it's way easier to do all of this when it's closer to the ground. Obviously, it's still tall. You can see there's humans there for scale, right? It's still tall, but it's way closer. You need like you can use smaller cranes. You just need cherry pickers and things like that to just reach these places. You don't need to go up high with winches and mega cranes and all of that. You can do it a little bit closer to the ground, which helps a lot and simplifies operations, obviously.
Yep, I mean these segments are rolling out way more complete than the ones in Boca Chica, so it'll be interesting to see how quickly they get everything installed on the tower and get the arms on there and start wiggling them around, and it's gonna be a sight to see. I mean, it's already dominating the Florida skyline or the Cape skyline, right, Julia?
Oh yeah, you can definitely see that from Titusville. Yeah, that's an ever-changing skyline that I bet you by noon tomorrow will be already changed again.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. It's gonna be really interesting. It's just gonna be really interesting to see. I haven't been to the Cape in a little while, thanks to the stupid pandemic, and yeah, it's just gonna be very different, very very different. Harry Stranger, friend of the show, friend of the channel, friend. Happy birthday, Harry!
Happy
by the way.
birthday!
Everybody
Oh,
in
we
chat,
thought the same thing.
Happy
Everybody in
birthday,
chat-
Harry!
say happy birthday to Harry Stranger. Why? Because
Oh,
Harry
boy.
Stranger is the best.
He's probably
Um,
now hiding in some corner, probably, now that we said that.
He is the literal actual best, and you should also follow him on Twitter because he posts the amazing satellite views and analyses of all things as seen from space. That's fascinating, the kind of information you can glean, all thanks to Harry. So yeah, happy birthday, Harry. Any signs of them widening the Saturn Causeway by the VAB yet? Winky face. Well, you're the one that has the satellite views of everything and more. I bet you know. I bet you're asking this because you know, Harry.
I'm sure he's probably pimping not this previous flyover, but the one before earlier this month, where we actually highlighted that SpaceX is going to expand production and refurbishment and everything there at Roberts Road. But on the other hand, they're also proposing to widen the road nearby the VAB. Actually, not just nearby; it's like right next to the VAB. It's to the right of this view. And one thing that we were thinking sort of in that video is that perhaps that's because they're gonna be rolling down things that are gonna be a little bit bigger than just tower segments and things like that. So yeah, or just pure maintenance, right? Because you need to do like you want to have the road wide open. That is, you can basically roll down like these heavy and bulky large things down the road, but also probably to be able to let other people pass by. Um, like they could just have enough clearance right now already, but perhaps they want to have more things roll down the other way to let other people just go the other way.
I'm gonna throw Harry's Twitter profile in chat. Everybody follow Harry. He does amazing work. Happy birthday, Harry. There, I think that might be enough times. A couple more. I mean, it's his birthday. It's another orbit around the sun. That's nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Flawed Perspective is asking, are elevator components already installed on the segments, or are those added later like we saw in Boca Chica?
It's kind of mixed, I think. I think some of them have had the elevator hardware installed, some have not. And I think this one does not. It looks like there's a little bit of elevator hardware installed, but not like the actual elevator shaft and things like that. Oh, nice zoom in here.
One thing that you can see right here is stairs, and those are installed very early on to allow the workers to be able to go up and down the tower section in particular. But once it is installed and they have secured and things like that, the tower section, they then they actually have already built an elevator shaft at the Launch Complex 39A tower. So once we are once we go all the way to the right and see LC39A, we will be able to point that out. But you can also see it on the previous flyover, so check that out. A little bit more promotion there. Yeah, you can see there's an elevator shaft already going up, and all the stairs have already been removed. So yeah, that's part of the thinking here, that they're just putting these stairs on while they are starting the build up and the stacking of these section in particular. And when they already cleared that section for the elevator, they just build it and put it in place and go up the next segment. And once they finish the tower, then the elevator will be already installed, most likely.
And you can see it's just approaching the camera. It's going to come straight. It's coming right for us. There's a reference for you. It's coming right for us, and then it's going to go past us, and then it's going to head on down to 39A, but not before we get some super good views of it passing the camera. Good question, though, from Flawed Perspective about the elevator segments. Neil says, Jack, please don't change. I'll do my best. Noah is asking what a good estimate is on how long until the Kennedy Tower will be fully assembled. Anybody want to...
more bets. There we go.
Alex, you go first.
I'm gonna say September 2022. Fully stacked. There you go.
I was about to say, yeah, like 2 months from now, like late September, early October, I could see it being stacked. Definitely not like with the arms and everything, but all the segments in place. I could see it by then.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
No, 2 months.
Yeah, I was going to say October as well. October of this year, all the tower segments will be out there because the ones they're building now are shorter, so it won't take as long to get them ready to roll. And
we
in
also...
fact,
oh, okay,
the
go ahead.
next tower, the 6th tower, was already getting its platforms this week.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the six was completed way long ago. Like I feel like it was at least a month and a half ago when it was completed. And the 7th one is right there too. It's like it's probably weeks, maybe a couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks from being rolled out. It's very close to completion.
This is a really cool shot. I'm just soaking it in for a moment. Steven is the one that is operating the camera, right?
That is correct.
Not on comms, but operating the camera. I don't know if I called Steven out at the beginning of the stream, and if I didn't, I feel like a jerk and a terrible person.
I feel
If
like
you
you
didn't,
did.
I did. I know
Okay.
I did.
Okay, good. Well, Julia and Steven are the ones with the boots on the ground, and Steven is the one operating the camera. So thank you, Steven, and thank you, Patrick, for throwing up the info card there for Steven.
Oh, and now comes the best part with all the close-ups. Now, interestingly, it looks like there's some vertical beams in the middle there. I wonder if that's support hardware for the QD arm?
I feel like those. Oh, you mean on the exterior? I was looking at the ones in the interior. Interior are probably for the elevator. Yeah.
Yeah, like straight there in the back on the backside. There's a vertical beam that looks pretty strong.
Strong beam. Okay.
Strong beam emails, like Homestar Runner.
That's interesting.
Don't know what that means.
Oh my god, what? Okay, I'll stop myself, but what?
Oh, there you go. The 5.
With that lamppost, I was half expecting the tower to clip it and just knock the light off for a second just because of the perspective.
The 5th.
I love how the little feet are labeled with the number. It's like like the whole joke, like you release 3 pigs in a building and you paint 1 on one, you paint 2 on the other, and you paint 4 on the third. So everyone's constantly looking for pig 3, but it doesn't exist. I don't know. I get that vibe from these tower sections.
Just
Another funny thing is, the funny thing is Section 6 and 7 don't have any number, and then Section 8 is being built on the feet that are where for Section 2, so they have a 2 on them. So when they roll out those, it's gonna have a 2, and we were like, yeah, doesn't match. There you can see the accumulators. There are like cylinders, or like cylindrical tank thingies.
Yeah, that's like part of the hydraulic
Generally-
system that actuates the QD arm, right?
I believe so. I think
Probably.
so. Yeah.
Also, some pulleys there. Wonder what those are for.
Looks like they're holding something up. There's also a bunch of GSE plumbing right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're holding a pipe or something. I don't know. On Starbase, there's like a pipe on the side of the tower right at this level that is also like held by some kind of rope or chain. It's hilarious. It's like it's the most janky thing that you can see around, and there's a lot of janky things at a Starbase. So yeah.
Steven, in case you can hear us, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Please hit record on the camera if you haven't already.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
They got the lights on.
Yeah, this looks amazing. This is a shot right here.
That is like photo worthy right there.
This makes me happy.
What do you think I'm doing right now, huh?
Oh,
You
no
taking a
doubt,
photo?
Julia.
Of course I'm taking a photo from my car with my
Nice.
camera, though. Thank you. And this is your guys' favorite part when we get the nice little pause as they line up for the little S turn here. You know, where that
Yep.
permit would allow the road to widen 10 feet. Yeah,
Yeah, this
that
is
is a
useful.
beautiful picture.
I like how on that first tower roll, when they paused there, we were all like, "Ooh, bonus! We get it. They paused there. We got lucky." And then it's like, lo and behold, they do it every time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Bum 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 bum.
I'm wondering now if they're going to have red blinking lights on top of every tower segment going forward.
That wouldn't
Because
shock me. Yeah.
yeah, because with segment 6, 7, 8, 9, it's going to just keep getting taller and taller than the other tall object out there, the fixed service structure. So I'm wondering if they'll just like take them off the top, bring them back to Roberts Road, stick them on the next one, then roll it out.
Yeah,
I
that would
kind
make
of
sense.
I kind of get the feeling that's what they do with the platforms at the top.
Yep.
I mean, we see them do that with the feet as well, and like Alex was just saying, the tower segment 8 is being built on the feet that tower segment 2 was built on. So, bum 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 bum. I'll run through some super chats here real quick. If y'all see any questions that pique your interest, feel free to throw them in the queue, and we'll hit them after I run through some of these here. But I want to acknowledge everybody's support, and we're like 30 minutes behind here. Gunfox, thank you for the support. They're saying Discord movie night. Yes, it's just we've talked about it in the Discord. We need to figure out logistics and other things. Like, what do we just watch the movie in silence and talk about it after? Do
Oh,
we do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of thing? I don't know, but yes, it needs to happen.
I'm
And
gonna interrupt you just slightly here because I just saw a comment from Adam, talking about McGregor about to fire a raptor. So if you're watching here, you can also open a tab and watch McGregor live too. So there you go, pimping a little bit of the other live streams.
I actually think I'm going to do that right now.
Oh, come on! I triggered my Siri for some reason. That was hilarious.
Was that what is that screen?
That's a
oh,
giant TV or a giant like LED display on the fab.
yeah, I believe that's one of them that they have at the transfer aisle.
Yeah, that's like a status kind of thing. Just like, hey, building is open, or like there's a launch today, or welcome to Florida. I don't know.
Well,
Like
those they don't have a lot of those. Launch today, my SLS.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna moving right along. Gunfox, thank you for the support.
Alex?
They say Florida does have earthquakes, but most people can't feel them because they're very light. Yeah, go ahead, Julia. Chide Alex. Go for it.
Alex.
Okay, I'm gonna get the talk.
Let's see. Oh, she's so disappointed. Look what you did. Hal Snyder, thank you for the support. They say mute until the Fifth Element is watched, but we've all seen it. Well, I've seen it. Adrian is the one that needs to see it. James Juries, thanks for the support. They say, given NASA's concern about Starship at 39A, do you think the chances are that Starship or that SpaceX builds a smaller and simpler tower for catching ships and boosters at LZ1 or 2? So that is a question that we've seen a lot. In fact, here's a question from Shining Siren asking why the chopsticks are shorter at Starbase. I think it's a fair, guess, and to be clear, this is a guess, that they will only use the chopsticks at 39A for stacking, and catching will occur on a separate tower at the landing zone. But we haven't heard anything about that. We haven't seen anything about that. There's been no whispering about that. That's just me completely making something up as a way to explain why are those chopsticks shorter. But James, plausible. I'm going to rate that as plausible. But thanks for the support. Cow go down the trail. Thank you for the support. They say, what is the airspeed velocity of an African swallow? I forget the Monty Python reference that answers that, but reference acknowledged. Musical Wolves, thank you for the support. They say, how many bacon strips would equal a tower height? I'm going to say enough. Just enough. Like barely enough bacon. Jerwa says, thank you, or says, happy birthday, Harry. Thank you, Jerwa. Happy birthday, Harry. James Jury says, happy birthday, Harry. Now go ask Tori for some swag. That is true. It's your swag day. Also, and Christian Lilly says, don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you, it's only this moment, don't care. Did I just get trolled into singing a thing? Christian Lilly, thank you for the support. All right, we are done with the super chats. Thank you everybody for the support. Corey, I mean, we've talked about this. Corey is asking what's with the blinking red lights on top, right? That's like a FAA regulation, right?
Yeah, my current guess, and again, this is very much a guess, is that since this tower segment, when it's stacked, will make the tower taller than the fixed surface structure, I think that means that they need blinking lights on top of it because there's something taller than the other thing with blinking lights on it. So I think they're putting the red blinking lights on top of this because this is kind of it's a new tall structure, so it needs its own blinking lights on top. That's my guess.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's see here. Alan Rose is asking, do you think they'll close Playa Beach when they launch Starship from 39?
Well,
Oh, they have a hydraulic actuator right there. That's what the winches are holding.
Oh, Oh,
Wow.
that's
I was
interesting.
gonna say, Alex, there's like more things toward the top of this tower than I've seen on other tower segments. So
Yeah. This is the section. I think you can actually see. Yeah, this is the side. So the side that is to the right of here is where the catching arm is gonna not the catching arm, the cutie arm is gonna be. But this one is where it actually is attached to, and you can see sort of the what is it called? Help me out, the English ones. Well, the things on doors to be able to
Hinges?
hinges. There you go. That's the hinge point. Ah, jeez. It's actually not that I don't know the word. It's just that I always forget words. It happens in Spanish too for me. But yeah, you can see there the hinge for the cutie arm, and now we're
I-
seeing the top of the tower
I love
segment.
that they just have it hanging there on some chains. It's like the equivalent of when you
Yeah.
wrap a present and then you just like tape something to the outside of the present. Like it's just extra, extra bonus gift.
Yeah, that is cool.
Wow. And yes, it's
Uh,
the arm hinge. Very cool.
Here's a
the
question
tank.
from Alan Rose saying, "Do you think they will close Playa when they launch Starship from LC-39?" I want Julia to answer this one.
the simple answer is sometimes even for Falcon launches, it is closed. And that is all dependent on the range deciding due to the direction of the winds or the conditions, atmospheric conditions, that we may not allow viewing at Playa Beach due to its proximity. With that being said, I would imagine something that is brand new and super large. There may be some coordination between KSC and the seashore that they may not let that happen for the first launch or two until they're a little bit more comfortable with a smaller exclusion zone. So it would be interesting to see how big the exclusion zone is, right? The keep out zone for the first launch, and then it should tighten up for subsequent launches.
That makes sense.
So the answer is unsure, but for Starship's first one, probably not.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Andrew, thank you for becoming a Red Team member. We hope you enjoy all the perks. And Kyle, thank you for the Bacon Fund. Speaking of Bacon Fund and support, another way you guys can support what we do is by running over to the merch store and picking up some merch. I know we talk about the different ways to support us a lot, but it's super important so that we can keep doing what we do. And the merch store is an extra special way because you get something in return, a physical item of your choosing. And we have these super cool To the Moon and Mars shirts that Pauline designed. They're super satisfying, and I particularly enjoy them. So if you want a Moon and Mars mug or sticker or notebook
I love the
or what have
stickers.
you,
I'm a fan of them.
you gotta love the stickers. So yeah, buy a bunch of stickers, plaster them all over, put them on your little brother's forehead. NASA Spaceflight not responsible for sticker damage or injuries. But seriously, check out the merch store if you are so inclined, and we would really, really, really appreciate it because that is an excellent way to help us be enabled to continue doing what we do. And of course, there's the metal prints. We've got all kinds of great stuff in the merch store. We got the SLS roll out. That's a roll out photo, right? Not a roll back photo. And we've got the Hopper
Yeah.
merch, the OG Hopper merch with Wen Hop. We've got all kinds of cool stuff on the store there. So go check out Volty in chat says not the forehead in all caps. Someone's a little brother. But yeah, that's another way you can support what we do, and we really appreciate it, and everybody that does so. So thanks for checking out the merch store. Just had to throw that out there really quick.
And you know what? Something I forget to mention, if you see me out in the field, okay? Like, so if you see me out in Port or in Titusville and I have my camera bag with me, make sure you ask me for a NASA spaceflight sticker. I have those,
Ooh.
and I get to give them
Ooh.
away.
That's a cool bonus.
Ooh.
It's like you found Julia. You get a prize.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's see. Do some more questions. How about
And see the tower is almost out from behind the methane tank there.
You know, that was kind of a neat, tower for scale with the size of these tanks, because I wish I could stand over there. It's a little bit outside of our kind of perimeter where we're at, but if I could stand there and give you a me for scale, those tanks are huge.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Are the lights on at 39B, or are we not going to really see anything as it goes by?
B or A? Oh, I guess B first, right?
Yeah, we see B first, and no, there are no lights on, just the blinky lights that we were talking about earlier, and they're kind of faint. So when you see little sparklers in the sky, that is the tower passing our perspective of 39B.
But I'm just looking for some more questions in chat. You guys, if you have any questions, at NASA Spaceflight. Steven is asking if I'm looking forward to visiting the Best Coast. I already live on the Best Coast. Got him. Got him.
You live on the East Coast now? I thought you lived in California.
No, I didn't say the terrible worst coast. That's only redeeming quality is rockets. Let's see here.
We have good pizza, at least in certain parts of the East Coast.
Debatable.
You've never had Pennsylvania pizza. Anyway, continue.
Detroit pizza is the one true pizza.
It looks like they've really slowed down here a bit as they are continuing down the Saturn Causeway.
I think that's kind of the pinch point where we go down. Yeah, down to 2 lanes.
Oh, okay. So now they're
like the road gets it gets smaller.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Slightly. I mean, there's a road that runs the entire length of the crawlerway right next to it, and that is a 2-lane road. Yeah, that's about where, if you're coming from the pads into this industrial area here, that's right about where things slightly open up, but the speed limit goes down. So I guess they're entering the racetrack, shall we say?
They're hitting the main stretch, yeah.
Because it's not too long after this that we see just how fast this SPMT can go. It'll just like start zooming. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, they haul the mail down the Saturn Causeway.
I learned by accident just about how fast the transporter for the boosters goes, though. That would be 4 miles per hour, which is basically the car idling. I got stuck behind that one. Which is not uncommon out here, but that is the speed that we were going, 4 miles an hour, inching behind it. And that would be the former shuttle transporter. Thank you.
Shuttle. We mentioned shuttle. We all get to keep our jobs.
Yay.
Kent Wilcox in chat asking if the third tower could be for Phobos or Deimos. I don't think so. I don't think we're seeing any activity for Phobos or Deimos yet.
Yeah, I think we probably would have heard about it by now if they were doing it, because last we heard Elon said they're not really a priority right now. So I'd assume probably not. We
often get asked what is going on with the 2 oil rigs, and if y'all don't know, NASA Spaceflight is not just a live stream where we tell jokes and I'm awful, and there's also information. We talk about the shuttle. NASA Spaceflight is also a website. It's a news site, and there's a forum that we call L2, as in, what's the NATO phonetic for L?
Lima.
Lima 2.
Level
thank
2?
You. Fine. Level 2. L2 level rules. 2. And also the forum itself rules. And if you want to know more about Phobos and Deimos and what their current state is, I've just thrown a link in chat like 16 times. I apologize. That is the thread on the NSF forums dedicated to Phobos and Deimos. And so I just have
Deimos.
that tab open. Deimos. Thank you, Deimos.
There you go.
So yeah, I just have that thread open like in one of my browsers, and every now and then I'm like, oh, what's going on with that? And I go over there and I check it out, and it's a good resource to keep up to date on what's going on with the oil rigs. So
I was
check
about to
that out if you
say
want to.
there are some blinking lights to the right, and Stephen actually called that out on the back channels. That's 39B, but it's not illuminated, so you only see the blinking lights of the towers.
Yeah, if you look on the far right of the screen, there's a group of 3 blinky lights that form a very sharp triangle. Those are the lightning towers.
Is
The
there
lights
any?
are off.
Is there a dull triangle? Is that a
Dude,
thing? I think by
hold
nature
on.
triangles are sharp.
Have they stopped? There's a guy with a flashlight.
One of
They
the
have
reflectors, one of the
It
little like
looks like
center
they
reflectors on the
stopped.
road came unglued.
Oh, hold on. They're moving the SPMTs? Is it me? Or is it like changing the elevation?
It looked to me like they were changing the elevation a bit, yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was cool.
Remember
Seeing the
the
whole
time
tower
that
level moving.
Oh, now they're moving.
Remember the time we saw it move forward, back, and forward again? It was like a little dance, and it was actually quite quick. But I digress.
Oh, man.
Let's see here. Votuli, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name, is asking, so if they can't transport Starship to Florida, when do you think they will assemble and test the first Starship? I never said that. They totally can transport a Starship to Florida, probably. There was a long time where we were saying, especially me, I said it a lot, I will be the first to admit, that they cannot transport Starship horizontally, but I think it is fair to revise that statement as they cannot transport current starships horizontally. They could always modify the design in the design and build process. After all, these are all prototypes to enable them to transport them horizontally should they need to at some point. What? Please go ahead.
I want someone to explain to me then why every plan that I got my little hands on for transporting starships from Sideco Road to the turn basin where I'm sitting had horizontal tanks.
I'm not saying.
I'm just wondering.
It's
I go
totally
to a
possible.
spoiler.
I just don't think it was possible back then. But it's always been something that's been
Yeah.
thought about. Even though I sort of fixated for a while on no, they can't be transported horizontally.
And
They-
you know what?
I mean,
There's
current
always
prototypes that we've seen couldn't be, but that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it'll always be that way going forward into the future.
there's a saying that says there's always a way. You see, for example, Centaur upper stages for Atlas, they are balloon tanks, but when they build them, they are not balloon because they are open, right? They like the tank is open. What do they use? Well, they use all this tooling to keep them in shape to be able to weld them and everything. So there's always a way, and I don't know if there's even a way right now at all. But I'm gonna say there's actually plans for that kind of thing, and that's a spoiler for tomorrow's article. There you go. The one that I'm
So-
writing. Well, that I wrote
so, yeah.
already.
So to answer the first part of the question, we totally think that it's possible for them to move a Starship to Florida, one way or the other. As for when will they first assemble a Starship in Florida? Well, guess what? They kind of started to, right? With Mark II. Was it Mark II or was it SN2? Oh God, I forget.
Mark
It
II.
was Mark
Yeah.
Mark II, and all we have left of Mark II is a lawn ornament, but it is the nose cone.
Aw. I remember seeing Mark II be built in person during a trip to Florida. That was fun.
Yeah, same. I think
That
it
used
was when
to
I was
be-
there for STP2 is when I think I saw it.
Yep, and they still use that facility in case anyone was wondering. That is the birthplace of a Starship tile. That is where the silica slurry is produced that is brought over to the bakery.
Every now and then we joke about doing a restaurant and we make up names for various things that would be on the menu at such a restaurant. And Silica Slurry would definitely be the name of a chocolate shake.
That
That
sounds
one down?
Yeah.
delicious. Yeah.
Come on down to the Flip and Burn Diner and get yourself a Silica Slurry.
It has like has like Oreo crumbs in it.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
god.
Ian's
Now
got
you're
that.
making
Ian's
me
got it.
hungry.
Oh man.
It's funny to see. You see the hinge there? It's actually supported by another beam. You see right there on top. Because I was looking at that beam, and I was like, "Hold on, is that beam behind it or in front?" No, it's actually in front. Sometimes when I see these things, it's complicated. It's like an optical illusion kind of trick. Those games that you haven't seen those, it's usually like that. And yeah, you have to look at it a little bit carefully.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's gonna keep getting further away from us here, but our fun doesn't have to go anywhere. We can still keep having that, and then you can still keep answering y'all's questions. So keep throwing your questions at us. We'll keep going here for a little bit as the tower segment makes its way towards 39A. What I got a question. What is Fonzie's favorite launch site?
Oh, jeez.
39A.
Hey, yeah, I saw where
I-
this was going.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I
Yeah, I
apologize.
saw it even before you finished the answer, the question.
But
I
then
can
that
hear-
brings me to my next assignment. Who on this live stream has not watched The Martian?
Oh, you have to see that movie.
I've seen it.
I've seen it too.
Oh, when he has to
Oh.
fly, he's outside looking at the
Hey.
picture. Yeah.
Okay, I'm proud of y'all for watching that. That is actually my go-to kind of background movie when I'm kind of just getting stuff done in the house.
Love that movie.
Oh, I just thought of an NSF challenge.
Go.
We
People
could do a
thinking of Adrian.
we could do a potato challenge, y'all. See who can last the longest eating potatoes.
As long as
Absolutely
it's not as long as it's not a potato challenge.
Ugh.
Ew.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm not
I
even.
mean, potatoes are
in the back.
delicious. I could probably win that. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I could, because you can make. I'm gonna have a Forrest Gump moment here, but instead of shrimp, it's gonna be potatoes. You can make like hash browns. You can make French fries. You can make mashed potatoes. You can make baked potatoes. You can make tater
I
tots.
think it would end up between you and me, and then eventually they're gonna have to start taking away ingredients from us until we're down to just potato.
Yeah, that would be pretty terrible. Oh yeah, Steven in chat says au gratin. You could also do scallop. Yeah, he beat me to it. Scalloped as well. Yeah, you can do all kinds of potato. The sad part is I'm making light of only being able to eat potatoes, but that was an actual thing with the potato famine. I imagine it was actually terrible.
Yeah.
Tater skins, chips. Yeah, we got all kinds of potato options here.
I mean, I know my ancestors came over during the potato famine, so I'm sure they had experience.
Yeah, that is no joke. Let's see here. Some more questions. How about? Sorry for all of you that loved potato chat.
Only on an NSF live stream can we go from the funds to potatoes
And back to space
and
flight.
bacon.
Yeah. Yep.
Aravale is asking if we could visit any launch site that we haven't been to yet, which would it be? Julia, go first.
Oh gosh, this is almost going to sound awful, but I would like to go watch a Soyuz launch because mad respect for the first cosmonauts, and it is out in the middle of nowhere and actually kind of picturesque.
Yeah, that doesn't sound awful at all. That sounds great. I would absolutely want to do that. That sounds like that would be a hoot. All right, Alex, what launch site?
Any?
Yeah, because you haven't been to any, so you can pick any.
Yeah, I can pick any launch site. I don't care, whatever. as long
Oh,
as
come on.
bits of rockets don't follow me. By
Come
the
on, say
way, so
wallops.
yeah, that asterisk. No, Wallops, no, it's just no.
Hey.
Okay. See, Florida, I don't like it because there's so many bugs. I don't care the weather. I already have that weather here, but there's no as many bugs and animals that can kill you. So yeah, it's like California,
It, like
Vandenberg.
certain.
So I can
Yeah,
go
okay.
with Jack.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah.
Vandenberg.
Nice.
So I can see Jack and go with him. There you go.
Bam. Favor
So you
successfully
can
curried.
see fog. Okay, you want to see fog. Gotcha.
Or
Not
hear
always foggy.
I can
It's not
hear
always
the launch still, maybe. Probably. I don't know.
Ian, what would you go with?
So I've been to Cape Canaveral and Wallops several times. I'd say probably Boca Chica, because that's like the one, like the last one with all the action going on. Vandenberg is all fog. Kodiak's beautiful,
It's
but
not all fog. There's fog sometimes. It's not all fog.
but also you can't go like to the launch site or anything like Cape Canaveral. You can't see anything at Wallops. Kodiak is beautiful, but I think Boca Chica.
All right. I'll allow it. I guess I would go with what is the launch site in Japan that I'm not going to be able to pronounce right? Can anyone pronounce that and save me?
Nagashima.
Tanegashima,
Thank you.
yeah.
Tanegashima. Awesome.
There you
Ooh, Snarfer in chat is saying Kwajalein. That'd be cool. I've always wanted to go to Kwajalein for re-entry of a ICBM test, because that would be kind of surreal to see. Just
You wanna be
check
the
out what the end
target?
of the world looks like. I mean, no, I don't want to be the target, but I want to see a MERV re-entry. That'd be
Okay.
crazy.
I mean, it will be a way to go.
Can you go
it's-
there to see them, or is that
I
like
mean,
a hush hush?
I've seen pictures, but it would be a doozy. Let's put it that way. But that's like
Where
a
have you
life.
seen those pictures?
It's a life goal of mine. You haven't seen it, what a MERV looks like re-entering? Google it. You just Google it right now. Just Google MIRV re-entry.
Okay, I'll do it after the stream.
It's absolutely insane and would be a super cool thing to photograph. But yeah, I don't know. That's like something for future me. It's like been on my list for years and years. Anyways, Starship, launch tower, 5th segment rolling to 39A. You can see 39A on the right side of the screen. You can see the segment on the left side of the screen. It's rolling out. It's going. It's doing the thing. And Patrick in chat says, for the record, Omelek is where he wants to go. All right, Patrick, you do you. We're not going to launch site shame anybody, unless they say Vandenberg's bad, in which case we're going to yell at them. Well, as the tower segment gets further and further away from us, we're going into the yeah. Chat is now reacting to having Googled multiple reentry vehicle. Oh man, that is awesome. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not good in the sense of it's a kill machine, but it looks cool. Let's see here. Taylor Van Camp, thank you for the oven bacon support. Jonah, thank you for the support. If Starship was a shark, what kind of shark would it be? I would say Star Shark. I think that's kind of a no-brainer, right? Space Nerd, thanks for the support. They're thanking us for doing our job. What?
Tornado. I don't know how to say it.
Oh my god. Starnado. Star Sharknado. James Juries, thank you for the support. They say Starship Wallops pad when. Wallops is the closest site to me. I mean, don't hold your breath, but maybe someday, who knows? Everybody gets a launch pad.
They already had a big boom a few years ago with Antares. I don't think that they want Starship there.
Yeah, there's a lot of houses near the pad, which I mean is the same as Boca Chica, so you never know.
I wish I could have been at Wallops for the Antares explosion. That would have been so crazy to see. But hey, at least I got to see Firefly go boom.
I found out my one friend was on a fishing boat nearby when it went off.
Oh my god. That'll scare away all the fish. Lickety split.
Yep.
Let's see here. We did the question about closing Playa Linda. D-Pod Dolphin says I feel like the oversized load sign doesn't do it justice. It needs to be like a mega load or something. That would be on brand, right?
Ludicrous load.
You need that for Station 204. He's Ryan from tomorrow, by the way. If you don't recognize him.
I do not, thank you.
There you go.
Let's see. Mike Crow asking if this section is considered the fifth element. Yes, good one. A+. PNW Nut or Pacific Northwest. I'm guessing. I don't know. Asking if Julia has seen fifth. Julia, have you seen the Fifth Element? Putting you on the spot.
Multi-pass. Multi-pass.
Yep, that's how you win. I would also have accepted chicken, and I can't say it how she says it in the movie, but she's like eating the chicken. It's like one of my favorite parts. Or like, please help. That's a good one. Let's see. Mr. Vippets is asking, do we expect another tower segment to be rolled like next week? When do we think the next one will roll? I mean, we don't get any kind of advanced warning or what have you, or not much anyways, but if we had to hazard a guess, when would we guess?
Probably next week is my guess.
Makes sense.
To be honest, if the platforming is already going up, so and I believe Alex said that was one of the first ones that was kind of done.
Yeah,
So
it's been out there for a while. Oh,
Cool
we'll
deal.
always be looking out for that. So, check out our
don't
notifications.
worry, we won't miss it. It took us 3 nights to get this one, so trust me, we'll get the
Oh
next one.
yeah.
I promise.
See, yesterday, this is a little bit related, but not related. We always prepare for these live streams, right? And so we allocate people for commentary and things like that. And Adrian was actually saying yesterday that they were scrubbing it because he was scheduled to be on the live streams. Today he was not scheduled to be, and they roll out today. So you know what? Next time we should have just tell Adrian about it, and that's it. Poor Adrian. He's gonna be so annoyed that we throw him under the bus today.
I mean, at first he was taking it all in good spirits, and now we've beaten the dead horse so long that I imagine it's getting annoying for him. And I apologize, Adrian, if you're listening to this, but also I'm not sorry because you need to watch The Fifth Element. Let's see.
Oh, the tower's
what?
about to eclipse 39A.
Total eclipse of
Total
the
eclipse
pad.
of the stack.
I beat
come
you.
on.
I beat you to it.
I tweeted it like 3 months ago, so
Yeah, well, I just said it before you on stream. Take that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think that's about it for questions that I can see. Does anyone have anything else they want to address?
Just very nice to see the tower riding off into the distance.
and also seeing that the T is not vertical. See, I'm thinking about Falcon because why not?
True.
I'm the Falcon guy. So I don't see the T, so it's probably horizontal being prepared for the next flight, which will be in 2 weeks.
It's almost going to seem quiet around here, and after already doing as many launches as last year, and we are just about to enter August, I think a little break is in order. Oh wait,
Well,
there's an
actually,
Atlas launch. Never mind.
yeah, there's an Atlas launch, and there's a Falcon 9 launch, but not from here. It's from Pad 40, which is on the 2nd. So yeah.
Alex,
no
I'm
stop.
being selfish. I'm talking about the coast with the most, okay?
No, this is Florida. The Pad 40, the other pad.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Just
The
stop,
one
Alex.
next to the
Just stop.
Atlas.
Stop. Just stop. There's no break, okay? I don't get a break. It's fine. Just
Aw.
stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's amusing because, honestly, what would you rather, Julia? Would you rather have a break and no rocket launches? I mean, I imagine you've been in Florida for some of the slow times, right?
You know what? They're welcome when they start, but when you get a month and a half into it, it got old, yeah. But remember, not only do we do rocket launches, we also watch rockets come back to port. So when we're not launching something, I'm usually waiting for something to come back as well. So yeah. Each launch that has a booster recovery is like 2 events. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm bummed that I had to miss the booster return at the port of LA here the other day. What was that, yesterday or the day before? And yeah, you can see there on the left we got the fleet cam view. Is that Bob or Doug? That ship right there with the fairing half on the back.
I believe that was Bob. I think I saw him. I saw it today. Yeah, and also
It's
Doug. I
Bob.
think it's towing. Yeah, I think Doug is towing ASUG, right, Julia?
Yes, it is. Didn't you need Gavin to answer that question for you?
Hey, I love
didn't
it.
need it. I just remembered it.
I love it.
But yeah, I saw it earlier. I was watching Fleetcam actually while waiting for the live stream. Yeah, and also I was saying, Julia, I was thinking you complain about the launches, but then next week there's the Atlas and the Falcon 9, but there's also probably Ship 24 testing because tomorrow's closure at the Starbase has been canceled. So yeah, any test will be next week. There you go. A little bit of news there for Starbase.
Cool deal.
We're gonna be very
Um,
busy.
Yeah, I mean, and there's also the potential for another tower segment roll next week, like we were just talking about. There's no shortage of activity for us to cover. It's it's sort of just like nonstop these days, which is yet another reason why we're so appreciative of everybody chipping in and helping us do what we do. Because holy cow, even just like last year compared to this year, but especially when you think about maybe like 5 years ago versus now, it's just insane the amount of stuff going on, and it's so great to see because we all want to live in that future where access to space is easy and routine, and rockets are rapidly reusable, and it's not just the lofty realm for the chosen few. And I think we all,
Hmm.
I mean, is it safe to say every single one of us here on stream would go into space given the opportunity?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm,
Alex?
yeah.
All right, I just wanted you on the record. Thanks. Um,
I said So it was yeah.
But yeah, it's wild. It's really wild the amount of activity. So seriously, thank you everybody for all the support. I mean, I was ready to wrap up, but this is such a cool view of the tower segment, sort of going in front of the tower where its new home is going to be for the rest of its life, until
It's gonna have blinking lights,
it's gonna be
which is
blinky.
exciting. Yeah.
Well, so Jack, you all are looking out there toward 39A. Do
Yep,
you see any other blinky lights, or is it too hazy tonight?
I do not.
I
I
don't
don't even
see
I
any
don't even see
blinky
one on the
lights.
crane,
No, I don't either.
which surprises me.
That's kind of disconcerting knowing that planes do fly around here. So
So the tower, the fixed service structure usually has the lights on, but it's completely dark.
I wonder if that's more turtle mitigation, like we were talking
it
about at the
might
start
be
of the stream.
turtle mitigation
Hmm.
because the lights that you guys saw on the VAB have already been turned off.
Oh well, there you
So
go.
yeah.
Oh, I saw a comment on chat saying, "Does NASA Spaceflight have a Discord?" You know what? We have. Capcom member of or above, and you get access to Discord. There you go.
Super cool view. Thank you again, Julia and Steven, for rolling out there tonight and all the other nights that it was scrubbed.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. I got
It's
a free Florida
very...
car wash yesterday, so we're good.
Oh, nice. A little bit of rain on the car.
Just a little.
I've like
Just a
recently...
little drizzle, no thunder or anything.
I wish we got
No,
rain
this
here
girl
and we didn't just have constant, persistent, horrible mega drought. Because my car is filthy and I could use a Florida wash.
Come visit. It's free.
Do you want to pay for some of my gas? I get 14 miles to the gallon.
Oh dear.
Okay, y'all. It's time to super chat so Jack can visit.
Oh man, that would be fun. It'd be a fun trip to drive my Rover to Florida, but I think I'll just be flying. It's just it makes more sense. All right, tower segment getting quite far away. We can see the tower on the left there, where it is going to live once it gets there. We think it'll be lifted tomorrow-ish. Does that make sense based on what
It
they've done
seems
for the
like
previous
10
ones?
a.m. 10 a.m. the day after seems to be the time.
Got it. Well, we will keep our eyes on that and apprise y'all of any developments. But I think with that, we will wrap it up for this stream. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You can always go hang out at Starbase Live, our 24/7 live stream of Starbase Boca Chica. But yeah, everybody, Alex, Ian, Julia, thank you for being on the stream. Steven, thanks for operating the camera. Yeah, I think we will call it, and we'll let you all go hang out at Starbase Live. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Terminal.
RCP chamber pressure looks good. Toggling up. Roger roll, planet.
Water towers can fly!
Tango Delta nominal.
Flight outside SCE off. Say again, SCE off.
Yikes. You bet. Concur. We don't need any more of these.